guys, my name's Chris and this is Maggie. She's one of our staff coaches and this is part 2 on our back series. The last video we posted for July went over mobility work for your lower back, and really we were talking about there's really 3 main pieces to strengthening your back, assuming you don't have an injury, just lower back normal pain from sitting or standing a whole lot at work, or maybe just doing activities that give you a little bit of back pain. So the first time, if you haven't had a chance yet, check out our YouTube video. We have a YouTube video where we're doing a couple of movements on there to loosen up and mobilize your back. Once you have that mobility, the next piece you really want to look at is strengthening. And then in a month from now, we'll look at the third piece, which is stability. So today, I'm going to show 2 exercises. Well, Maggie's going to show, I'm going to talk about 2 exercises for strength work. So exercise 1 is one you've probably heard before, but we have a variation on it. It's called a cat-cow. She's going to come down to the floor, and she's going to set up on all 4s. The first thing you're going to notice is that her knee is underneath her hip, her wrist is underneath her shoulders, and she's stacked just like a quadruped or an animal position. So she's going to take a deep breath, and then her chin's going to go up and her belly will go down, and she's got this nice arch you can see all the way through there. Now she's going to exhale, she's going to bring her lower back up, and you see basically the exact opposite side of that arch. That's 1. Let's watch Maggie do 3 or 4 more and check it out. So the main pieces you can see there is you're taking that spine through extension down at the bottom, and at the very top you're taking it through flexion. Moving your spine this way individually is a great way to strengthen up those pieces with no weight and no body weight whatsoever. So now that she's done 5, I'm going to show you a little variation. If you're like me and your back pain is almost always in your lower back, watch Maggie shift back and she'll actually widen her knees a little bit. And now you can see her knee's not directly under her hip's back over her knee. And then from here, she's going to do 5 more cat-cows, and just take a look at her lower back. You'll see that the cat-cows are more focused on her lower back. So as she goes down, you can see the extension of her lower back. As she goes up, you can see the flexion and the rounding more in the top of the back. Awesome, Maggie. Good, come up and rest. So the next drill is called a Jefferson curl. Before I have her do this, we'll talk about the cat-cows. You really want to be able to do 2 sets of 10 to 15 of those with no pain before you ever grab a weight to start training your back or your butt, or your hamstrings, right? So Maggie did her 2 sets of 5 there. Work on sets of 10 and 15 at home on those before you go to the next piece. The next piece requires a weight, but not that much weight. Maggie's got about an 18-pound kettlebell here. She's done this a lot. I would say if you're starting somewhere around a 5 or a 10-pound dumbbell or kettlebell. If you don't have a dumbbell or kettlebell, grab a book, grab a rock, grab something that's about 10 pounds and start with from there. So I'm going to shift around to the back. She's going to go ahead and grab the kettlebell. The setup, her feet are going to be underneath her hips. The kettlebell goes in front of the body, and I want you to think about the cat-cows when she's doing this. She's going to start by ducking her chin. She's going to round her shoulders, and then as she goes, she's going to keep rounding down each piece in her lower back all the way down to her tailbone. Once she gets to the bottom, for Maggie, that kettlebell touches the ground. When she's ready to come back up, she's going to start at the bottom and work her way up. And just like that cat-cow, go into extension or a straight back at the top. Notice how and check it out. About how far to go on these, I would say go till you feel stretch. If you're like me, if I was demoing this movement and Maggie was talking, you would see me stop shy of the floor because I don't have great range of motion. But if you have a lot of really good range of motion, and those drills we did last time for your hip opening up worked really well, strengthen till you can go all the way to the floor. If you can get to the floor and you have 0 pain when you do these, it's okay to stand on a plate, stack of books, or maybe even a small box and go past your toes. You can go deeper than that. Isn't that right, Maggie?
Yep.
Yeah. So those 2 drills. We got Jefferson curls is the second one. The first one's cat-cows. Here's a basic prescription for those. I would say 2 sets, 10 to 15 cat-cows slow, working on your lower back. And then supersetted, back and forth in between, 2 sets of 10 to 15 on Jefferson curls using a book, a light dumbbell at home if you got one. Keep in mind, only do the Jefferson curls if you're pain-free on the cat-cows. If you're not pain free on the cat-cows, just keep working on cat-cows and work on the mobility drills from the original video we sent back. If you have not seen that video, it's video 1 called back mobility. This is going to be video 2 called back strength. Hey, thank you very much for listening to us. We'll see you next time.